brought this judgment upon themselves.
They are just lost. It is our place to guide. I've watched you kill each other over race and greed. Wage war over dust and rubble and the words in old books. And yet, in the midst of all this darkness, I see some people who will not be bound.
I don't even believe in God.
Well, that's just fine. Bobby doesn't believe in you either.
What's up, everyone? Back with the video. This one's going to be different. This one's going to be about one of my favorite subjects, Giants, Titans. The existence of them aren't just fables like you see here. Jack and the Giant Slayer, David and Goliath were two of the greatest stories told by giants, especially David and Goliath. That's told a lot in stories when, you know, you're up against a big challenge and you're a smaller person. Or my favorite story that I remember is Jack and the Beanstalk. As you can see here, I put the book cover because that's what I remember. I looked at the movies and I don't really remember a Jack and the Beanstalk movie that was good. And then this movie right here, The Big Fucking Giant. No, I'm joking. BFG. That means Big Friendly Giant. I think that's what it means. How about Shaquille ONeal? And this guy, I don't know this guy's name, but he's 9 feet tall and Shaq's 7'1". So that guy's pretty tall. And then how about Andre the Giant? He was 7'4" compared to Hulk, who was only 6'8". I had to show that comparison how tall Andre the Giant was. How about Manute Bol? I think he was 7'7", if I'm not mistaken. Very tall, very skinny. But I remember Manute. Yeah, those were giants in our days. But as you can see here, this guy dug up this giant. Looks about 9 feet tall. Then you got pictures of this guy right here that I found. That guy stood up, man. He wouldn't even be able to fit in that building. There's so many pictures. And I found this guy right here. I don't know if he's Asian or what he is, Chinese, but, you know, that's tall. And I found this picture right here, this Russian guy or Ukrainian guy. Pretty tall. And then I found plenty of pictures of weapons that belong to taller people. Now, I don't think no little guy's going to shoot that gun, that's for sure. And why would anyone make a gun that big? Just for show? I doubt it. There's so many giants on record. You can see the picture that I use is actually in this advertisement right here, this magazine. And just to show you some of the giants that were found, these are the sizes. There's us at 6 feet, all the way up to 36 feet tall. And I'm also going to get into how the Smithsonian was covering up this whole thing. Well, this is going to blow the top off. I've been looking for evidence, and bam, I found it. This is exciting to find this article. It states, did the Smithsonian destroy thousands of giant human skeletons? We can only wish that the American Institution of Alternative Archaeology were a real organization. Kim Lacapria. I hope I didn't mess her name up too bad. It was published December 17th, 2014. And it states the Supreme Court ordered the Smithsonian Institution to disclose that it destroyed several giant skeletons in the early 1900s to preserve the mainstream narrative of evolution. On December 3rd, 2014, World News Daily reported, published an article titled, Smithsonian admits to destruction of thousands of giant human skeletons in the early 1900s. In that article, the site reported the Smithsonian Institution colluded with unspecified parties to suppress information proving the existence of giants, and the Supreme Court ruled in 2014 that documentation of the discovery be declassified in 2015. A U.S. Supreme Court ruling has forced the Smithsonian Institution to release classified papers dating from the early 1900s that proves the organization was involved in a major historical cover-up of evidence showing giant human remains, and the tens of thousands had been uncovered all across America and were ordered to be destroyed by high-level administrators to protect the mainstream chronology of human evolution at the time. The allegations stemming from the American Institute of Alternative Archaeology that the Smithsonian Institution had destroyed thousands of giant human remains during the early 1900s was not taken lightly by the Smithsonian, who responded by suing the organization for defamation and trying to damage the reputation of the 168-year-old institution. Yeah, I remember the magazines when I was a kid. During the court case, new elements were brought to light as several Smithsonian whistleblowers admitted to existence of documents that allegedly prove the destruction of tens of thousands of human skeletons reaching between 6 feet and 12 feet height. A reality mainstream archaeology cannot admit to for different reasons, claims the AIAA spokesman James L.I.O.N.H.E.A.D. Furthermore, the claim regarding the Smithsonian guarding classified documents is unusual. The earliest technically classified document in the United States goes back only as far as World War I, which America entered in 1917, whereas the discovery of giant skeletons is dated vaguely as occurring in the early 1900s, prior to the First World War. The need to classify documents as we would today has not yet come to issue due to America's relative then isolated status, and such a measure would be even less likely to apply to an archaeological discovery. Yeah, and it'd be even more easier for them to destroy, the evidence without any proof in documents if documents weren't really kept that far back. Or maybe they were, and they were destroyed along with the evidence. I heard the Smithsonian was dumping them in the ocean. I'm going to keep on digging and digging. So this is just my first part. Well, my goal was to show the evidence of Smithsonian and how they were covering up the giants and throwing the bones into the ocean. And they were caught, and it was even a case in court. If you want to go look, there is you type in Giants and the Smithsonian cover up, and there'd be tons of articles on it. I could go on and on about the North to Turtle Islands. Indigenous people went to war with the red-haired Indians. All across the world, there's been bones found, and the cover-up has been going on so it can support their evolution that we came from monkeys. So I just wanted to shed light that these giants truly existed. It's brought up in Genesis, it's brought up in the book of Enoch, it's brought up in the Quran, it's brought up in plenty of the religious books. It's even brought up in the book that I'm reading, the secret teachings of all ages, which is a very good book, and I advise people to check it out. I will be making a part 2 to the Giants because there's more I want to touch base in, especially about the giant trees, and I want to touch in on Genesis, and I want to touch in on a few more things that relate to the Giants. I just don't want to make 20, 30, 40-minute videos because I know most people don't even want to sit for 10 minutes. So this was just to shed light on the Giants, one of my favorite topics of all time. And trust me, part 2 will be better because I am still researching and digging into this topic. I just wanted to switch it up a little bit because I've been talking about a lot of negative topics and war and this and that. And so until next time, I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching, everyone. Be safe. Peace.